So this is going to be the second part of the pond video. This is going to be the assembly part of the video. And first I want to say that I don't know how long this video is going to be, so I'm going to make it as short as possible. So I'm most likely going to be cutting in and out. But the first part we're going to be building is the bottom frame. And by doing that, we're going to be screwing these boards together. And so when we come back, we'll be screwing those together. So it was kind of hard to drill and record at the same time, so we pretty much just drilled all of it together, and we set the sandbox up to it, and so this is what it looks like. Now that's the first part is done basically. I mean, if you want to put your pond liner and fill it up with water, then you can, but you're not going to be able to fill it up with a full 12 inches of height, or else the turtles are going to be able to climb out. So what we're going to do is add a second layer, and so we can add 12 inches of water. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. So when we get back, you'll see what that looks like. Alright, so we got the second layer on, and then now what we're going to do is we're going to get 2 feet little braces and put them on each side, just so that the top sticks to the bottom, and then it's just also just going to give more support. This is going to carry a lot of water, which is going to be a lot of weight. So you just want as much support as possible. We also had really strong screws, so I suggest getting those as well. But when we come back, you guys should see the braces, and then we will get the pond liner in as well. So see you then. Alright, so we got the little braces on. You see we've got 2 on this side, and we only had 4. We'll probably put 1 on here later. And then we have 2 on this side. Another important thing to note is that when you screw these in, you want to push from the inside to the out, because you don't want to have any nails piercing part of the liner. And as you see, we put tape along the nail heads, so that if it's a little rough, that we don't want any type of friction going against it. Another smart idea would be to get a little bit of sandpaper and just sand some of the rough edges on in the wood. It would just so no friction can create any type of hole in the liner and any type of leak. Any extra precautions you can take. But anyway, the next part is just to put your liner in, and we'll put that in a second. Okay, so we put the liner in, and if you look, we taped this just to keep it in. And then as we did that, we filled it up with about 3 to 4 inches of water. I don't know if you can actually see the water, but there's water in there. And so basically that's gonna get rid of the folds, all of the folds in there, and you don't want to staple. When you do it, you want to make sure that you have enough liner to fold over the side so you can staple it in to the wood. And when you do that, you don't want to staple it and then fill it up with water, because if there was a part where the staple was too high or the liner was too high, then the weight of the water is going to push it down, and it's going to take out the staple. So we just put the tape in for temporary to hold it, and then we put the water in, and now we're about to staple it. So when we staple it, you'll see that in a second. Alright, so we've done a couple things since you last saw. I guess it was not very long ago, but for me it was a long time ago, because we had a leak in the liner that was in there earlier, and we had to go patch everything up. So it's been a while since I recorded last. But anyway, we got a new liner, and we stapled them, and then we trimmed it a little bit. And I actually like it. I actually like that we got a leak almost, just because we got a bigger liner, and it was much easier to work with. Last it was a little bit small, and it was barely hovering over the edge. Now we've got a good, I don't know, 6 to 8 inches. That's probably a foot. And so we did that. We stapled it, we trimmed it all the way around. And then I got my CFS plugged in, filtering up to my Skippy, and we plugged that in, filled it up with water. It's almost to the top. We got a heater in there just going. Put a little bit up with sand, and we're pretty much done, honestly. The only thing we need to do is build walls on the outside of the sandbox, so when the turtles go to lay or bask, that they can't get out, and then maybe build something on top to hold a basking light. But that's pretty much it. That's my pond. I don't know if I'll add a video of us putting in the wall on the side, but it's pretty simple. It took us about 3 days. We started on Friday. Today's Sunday. We've been to Home Depot about probably 20 times this weekend. But yeah, that's pretty much the pond. I hope you liked the video, and I hope you guys try it yourself. It's really easy, it's cheap, and it's really excuse me, customizable. See ya.